This is very similar to this right here, but this kind of synthetic fiber right here does not release the paper fiber as easy as this does right here. The release on this is so amazing. I can't believe how great this stuff is right here. And so, if you need to get fiber for making paper on, wool is perfect. Wool is great. It works really well. And I found in some of the fabric stores you can get remnant wool. Really beautiful stuff to make paper on. But again, just make sure that there's no dye in it. Just kind of get like a neutral color like a beige or a white, and that works really well too. So I'm going to go ahead and create my post here. I was talking about my post of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put another wool on top of this. And this one has a little bit of junk on it. Let's get that off there. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do another piece of paper. So I do this over and over and over again until I get about 40 sheets of wool on top of each other, and then I will go ahead and press it. And initially when I first started pressing papers, I didn't have a hydraulic press to press my paper with. So what I would do is I would take, there was two different ways I pressed my paper. One was rolling my car on top of the paper. I had two boards outside, I would sandwich them between the wheels of the car, and then roll the car up on top and press the paper that way. And that works pretty well. Every once in a while, though, it would kind of mush the paper too much, and I would have stretched sheets of paper. So I stopped doing that, and I actually used the weight of my house for a little while. So I put the jack, my car jack, between the beam of the house and the table, and I jacked the two against each other and pressed the paper that way. That was the other way that I did it. That's not a really good way to do pressing, because you're actually moving your foundation a little bit each time you do that. So I stopped doing that. So now I have the hydraulic press, and that's actually working well. So. Another way that I press paper too is when I'm doing kids workshops for schools, I'll get two pieces of plywood. I'll put them one underneath, one on top. I get all 20 kids to stand on top of the piece of plywood, and they kind of rock back and forth. So they're actually just kind of putting their weight on top of the board, and that 500, 600 pounds of kids standing on top of that piece of plywood actually works really well. You can also do that just kind of on your own, just by putting a piece of plywood on both sides, just kind of rocking back and forth on the wood, and that actually helps press the paper too. So it's a little bit easier to get it off of the wool. The whole reason why this works is because the fibers get mashed down. So they kind of get compressed, and as they get compressed, then it's really easy to pick the paper up. Okay, so on to coloring this paper, on to tinting the paper. I have in this